Alright, let's do this. I'm not sure where I left off. Like quest-wise, what are we gonna do? That's kind of the question here. 51 melee hunter. Kind of weird, isn't it? Ambient light could be good. 50. We gotta make 60, baby. Gotta make 60. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, we must make level 60. They said a melee hunter couldn't make 60. But this melee hunter can. They said a melee hunter couldn't do DPS. But this melee hunter can. Hey, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I can't read Russian. Otherwise, I would try to pronounce your name.
Lovely.
Hey Adam, how's it going, man? How you doing?
Alone be praised.
Hey, little dot, what's up, man? Thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
Paladin on a Russian server? Just quests, man. Fastest way to level is always going to be doing quests. If you're going to be playing a Paladin, you're going to want to run with Seal of Command. You know, if you really want to level fast on a Paladin, you're probably going to want to go with the Retribution build. Make sure you use Seal of Command, get yourself a good two-hand weapon. Yeah, that's going to be your fastest way. These turtles have too much armor.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, I love paladins, man. Paladins are great. I don't care what version of WoW you play, I always like paladins. I'm a big fan of paladins. After you master engineering, cool. I want to farm up some leather. Really, I need to drop more leather. I was hoping they'd drop leather times 2. I don't think they are because they're dropping turtle scales and leather at the same time. Yeah, I figured you were probably playing Wrath. Yeah, Protection Paladins and Wrath are like by far the best tanks. So if you want a tank on the Paladin, yeah. And go Protection. I even enjoy leveling Protection, to be honest. Protection's fun. What is he doing? He stopped moving. Weird. Oh, I guess my pet never hit him. I don't like Twitch. I've never liked Twitch. I think YouTube will surpass Twitch as far as a streaming platform in the next 5 years, probably. Hey, it was Zanalina. Thank you. Yeah, I love the Guild Wars 2 UI. It's fantastic. You know what's funny is the Guild Wars 2 UI for WoW, the add-on's actually probably better, almost better than the Guild Wars 2 UI in Guild Wars 2. I mean, there are a few features in here that don't exist in Guild Wars 2. You know, some of the can't do it here. You know, some of the rescaling and moving of the HUD isn't actually, I don't even think it's available in Guild Wars 2. But yeah. I was playing around on Wrath of the Lich King Classic last night trying to set up a different UI, something other than Guild Wars 2 just for fun, and it was kind of annoying. I mean, Guild Wars 2 UI gives you a lot of features, you know. It gives you a lot of, you know, auto sell, loot, auto repair, all that kind of stuff. Just makes things a lot easier. And of course, you got the typical Guild Wars 2. You know, you can basically separate the bags, show item level, you know, show junk icon. You can sort bags. You can merge all the bags as one. You can see how much gold you make this session. So far, this session in 27 minutes, I've made 31 silver. That's just off the gray items that are in my bag from killing stuff, and some of the silver I looted off of the trolls I killed earlier. Yeah, I'm just farming leather for the moment. We need to get to level 52. Once we hit 52, I'll probably hit Ungor Crater at 52 and start the grind. Because Ungor Crater is a long grind because there's a lot of quests there, a lot of stuff I want to do there. Add-ons don't work in the server you play? That sucks. Not using the what? The shiv? What are you talking about? The shiv? I'm not a rogue. What are you talking about, Sam? Hold on a second. I hurt my back, so I gotta get this. I'm gonna put this heating pad behind my back because I actually hurt my back running with the dog. I don't know what I did, but man, it hurts. No, it's not as good, dude. Look, okay, it's not as good. I've been playtesting a bunch of different weapons. This weapon's pretty much, I think, actually, this weapon might not even be coming out on top. So right now we're at 112 DPS. Really low against these turtles because they have such high armor. So 112 DPS, right? Let's reset it. And I'll show you how the two-hand pole armor in the dungeon's not doing it. It doesn't have the stats. Damn, when you have a weapon like that that's got a proc on it, like, it doesn't have the stats. Like, just because it does, like, 3 or 4 or 5 more DPS per second, that's nothing compared to, like, having 20 strength all the time. You know what I mean? That's, like, nothing. Or, like, with this weapon, where it gives me plus 44 attack power all the time, right? So this weapon's only 38 DPS per second. So it's about the same as the Bone Biter. It's not quite as much as the Skiver, but it's got plus 44 attack power. Zane Lena, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, this weapon actually is doing the most DPS, but it's shitty DPS right now because these damn turtles have so much armor. Here, that actually was talking and not really paying attention, but that was 95 DPS. Not a great sample size because we just did one. But if I go to the Skiver, let's see what it does. Of course, a lot of it has to do with whether or not the internal proc procs, but it doesn't proc very often. It'll proc like once out of every 3 or 4 fights, right? So you see, we're like at 92. Thanks, Little Duck. So like 79. It's crappy. Just really bad DPS. 75. But most of my damage, and we got a crit there. Most of my damage comes from not most of it. A lot of my damage comes from my traps. If I'm not getting my traps off as a melee hunter, then my damage is going to be really, really bad. So, like, for example, that was 91, right? Now watch the difference when I use my traps. Like, let's say I want to burn this mob down as fast as I can, right?
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
You can already see I'm at like 180 DPS. Right, and then if I really want to burn him down, I can just throw in an explosive trap, and now he's dead. So in that one fight, we pulled 156 DPS. So I mean, we can do a ton more if we, once we utilize our traps. So I can double trap on one pull, but then I blew through my mana too fast. So I usually don't like to do that. I usually just like to use like one trap per fight, right? Which is the immolation trap, because the immolation trap takes less mana than the explosive trap. Explosive trap is kind of like, it's good against, as an AoE for multiple targets. The other thing we can do to increase our DPS is go into my tank mode where I turn my pet Sur'el off. So here I turn my pet Sur'el off, and then just try to proc some mongoose bites.
Lovely.
Like that, and there that mongoose did 82 damage. So the most damage I can do is when I do it that way. So when I set it up so that I'm tanking the entire time. This pet isn't my best pet for tanking just because he doesn't have cower. If I really want to tank, like 100% of the time, I'll set up my pet with cower. And that way, he's not growling and he's using cower. That way I'll pretty much have threat the entire time. I'm probably going to get a new pet pretty soon. I'm not sure when. Pretty soon we'll get a new... Oh, no, not him. Not him. I can kill the elite. I've killed him yesterday, but he's just kind of... He doesn't really drop anything, and it takes too long to kill him. Kind of a waste of time.
Lovely. Lovely. Lovely.
So yeah, so right now, this weapon actually does the most damage. But again, if you look at my melee attack power, it's 407. If we throw the axe that's got 20 strength, it's only 383. So 20 strength doesn't equate to 44 attack power. You know, and what is it? It's 383 versus, what is that, 17? That's 20. It's 24 more attack power. So the 20 strength is only like, apparently only 20 attack power. It's like one point of strength for a melee hunter gives me 1 attack power is what it sounds like. Although it didn't add up exactly correct. Get yourself a pet, you gotta get a hunter.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Yeah, we're not getting as much leather as I would like, actually. I'd like to have gotten more leather, but we're better off killing dragons. I don't think there's any dragons that are non-elites that are level 50. I don't think so. Yeah, you've got 51 to 54 in Ashara. That's actually... Yeah, it's 51 to 54 though, so a little bit too high level for me to farm. Kill times would be kind of shitty. And then the Swampasaros, they're a little bit low, but... Swampasaros is actually good farming. You just have to watch out for the rare world boss.
Lovely.
Oh, it's taking way too long to kill this guy. Whiff, whiff. We could try not using Raptor Strike and just using my traps, like watch. Problem is that trap takes so much mana. Explosive trap just takes a lot of mana. And the dot isn't that strong. It's actually part of Classic WoW. In Classic WoW, they have the what's called Action Cam. So, I have a macro here that basically says, console. It just sets up the Action Cam. But this is part of the Classic WoW client. So, just create a macro with these commands: console Action Cam full, console Action Cam no head move, console Action Cam focus off. And then when you hit that macro, it's going to move to the side, and your character will kind of... Oh shit. Oops. Whoops. And your character will kind of move more to the side as you zoom in. Right, as you zoom out, you get a little bit closer to center. And then you can just do /console action cam defaults, and it'll turn it back to the default camera. but I play with the action cam like this the whole time. Yeah, that's part of the classic client. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's pretty funny, actually. I don't know where we're going to go. I hate level 51. So at level 52, we can do Ungoro Crater, although Ungoro Crater would be a lot better at like 53 or 54, but we can do it at 52. And the problem is like some of the quests, like Felwood, there's a few quests like 50, but look, 55. There's the 50-48 quest here, and then these are, look, 51, and then 54, and then this one's 54. So it's kind of, there's a few quests you can do here. And then, of course, once you get into, you know, Winter Spring, you're talking, you know, actually, the Everlook Report 52, 55. So I usually do Everlook when I'm around 55 or 56. Winter Spring, I mean. But Ungoro Crater, again, here you've got, look, 53, 55, 52, 53, 52, 51. So we can definitely hit Ungoro Crater, I think, at 52. Plus, there's a few quests, like Super Sticky, that we can do. I think that's the only one. I don't remember what the sprinkles ingredient. So yeah, so we're gonna do, once we hit 52, we'll do Ungoro Crater for a few quests. Maybe we'll get like close to 53, and then we'll jump into Felwood. We'll do a few quests here. That should get us easily into 53, and then we'll probably jump back down into here and do some more quests in Ungoro Crater and try to get ourselves to like 54-ish. And then once we get to 54, we might head back to here and try to get to like, you know, 55, 56. And then once we get up to those levels, then we have a lot more options. You know, now we can start looking at, looking at some of the quests here, you know, like the Cauldron quests here, you know, clear the way, the better late than never. And these Cauldron quests, which are like probably going to be like level 50-ish, 55-ish. And then we also have the Burning Steps, which is 52. There's a few other ones here. So yeah, so once we, it's weird. There's going to be a lot of running around, but once we hit around like level 54, then it's going to open up, like 55 really. Once you hit like 55, it's pretty much, it's home free, you know. At that point, you're going to have tons of quests. You'll have so many quests you won't know what to do.
Lovely.
The ISL person who's died since I've been on is a level 31 Hunter. And I've only been on for 41 minutes. We've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's been 18 hardcore deaths since I logged on 42 minutes ago. Wait for my pet to finish eating.
Lovely. Lovely.
Need more. The kill time of these is too slow.
Need help? Welcome to my inn, weary traveler. What can I do for you? Light bless you.
What can I do for you? Light bless you, King's honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Hello.
No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of the whole history.
See you around.
Holy shit, the turtle scale of hemp takes 24 turtle scales. Christ.
No one's
How are
ever
you?
stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of the whole history.
See you later.
I think it's called... It only works for classic WoW. And it is called... It's just called voiceover. It's called voiceover. How many rugged armor? I think you needed 6 rugged armor kits, right? Let's see. Oh no, thick armor kits. 6 thick armor kits, which requires... Okay.
You need something?
No
Okay.
one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of the whole history.
Have a good one.
Yep. Yeah, no problem, Brian. How you doing? Get rid of some of these things. I'm just trying to clean up inventory. We got a lot of junk, you know, and there's some wild leather quests we can do.
Open for Welcome
business.
to my inn, weary
That's right.
traveler. What can I do for you?
Not sure how much they're worth, experience-wise, but let's go ahead and just do them and get rid of them. We can sell. We don't need all these bandages.
Safe travels.
Step on
I
up.
sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices are set. So if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Safe travels. You need something?
I sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices
Have
are
a good
set.
one.
So if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Hey there. See you around. Hey there.
I sell only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices are set. So if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Stamina. What was the other one? This one? Stamina. We're using the...
See you around.
And let's see. Thick armor kits. Wild of the shoulders. So we need 6 thick armor kits and 1. So let's go ahead and knock that quest out.
What can I do
sell
for you?
only the best gear, tested and true, and the prices are set. So if you want to haggle, then go find a goblin.
Okay, so we don't have much thick leather. Is there any other quests? Any more of these we can do? So we're gonna knock this quest out. The shoulders quest we got done. Turtle scale helm and turtle scale braces. We do not have enough. Not enough turtle scales for that. And the nightscape tunic, nightscape headband. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. Nightscape tunic and nightscape headband. Ooh, wait a minute. Maybe we do. I think we're in business. Escape tunic. We need 2 headbands. 2 tunics. Oh, we'll be able to turn in 3 quests then. Nice. And clear out some inventory space. And nightscape tunic. Oh, we don't have enough thick leather. Shh, that's okay. We'll just take the silken thread with us. We'll get some thick leather there and craft the other one. Ooh.
Safe travels.
Greetings. Be careful.
Alright, now we're gonna head over to Theramore. Or to Fairless. So we'll turn those quests in over here in Fairless. We're going to do some of these wild leather quests. And then we might go ahead and knock out this quest, the Rage Scar Yeti Hide. And then we might go ahead and do this one as well, the Woodpaw Knolls. I don't know if I'm going to do Freedom for All Creatures. We could, but it's kind of a lengthy quest chain, and it's slightly dangerous because there are a lot of mobs there. But so probably won't do that right now. We might not even... Yeah, we'll probably knock up this quest, so that we should be able to turn in 5 quests in this zone. And then I'm thinking we'll... could turn this... I don't know... I'm not familiar with this quest, the Hunter's Charm. It's been so long since I've played a class 100 to 60 in vanilla, like in Classic. So let's see. WoW, Classic. Hunter's Charm? I don't know what this quest is. all the way out to Azshara. Talk to this guy. What's he want us to do? Okay, we see where it is. Go ahead and okay, I see that. This person's really making sure that you got it. It is no longer my purpose to hunt, but to teach. Craft me with a hunter's charm, a collection of trophies. Bring a pair of perfect Corsair antlers. Ogtink residues. Okay. Alright, so it's just gonna kill some mobs over there. Now those mobs are level 55, so that quest, like some of those mobs I think are around level 55. Probably won't be doing that quest right away. Let's see, it starts. Antlers. Well, second part, the wave thrashing scales. These are guys, the two dry spread kind of thin throughout the northwest corner. I'd say 50% drop rate. Third part, the green drake. Kill Morphos in Sunken Temple. God. He's one of the dragons that flies around just before Aranicus. Okay. So this is a 3-part quest, and then let's take a look. Quest rewards are one of these 3 things. Alright, let's take a look. And as a reward, okay, this looks like the links aren't working correctly. As a reward, we get the Whirlwind Axe now. As a reward, we get this. I doubt it. Item doesn't exist, so the items we're trying to pull up don't exist anymore. So let's be able to pick up, find the quest. Alright, the green drake. Here we go. So at the end of the 3 quests, we get an option of, now this is pretty damn good. I'm not, the hunting spear is pretty good because it's got a pretty high end damage. But what I like about it is the restore mana is pretty good, and also the improves your chance to get a critical strike. So that's a pretty good item. We get a trinket. Your pet's next attack is guaranteed to critically strike if the attack is capable of striking. 2-minute cooldown. That's kind of a weird trinket. We would just have to macro that into our abilities so that every 2 minutes it just proc because my pet, we'd macro it into like one of my pet's attack abilities. That way, whenever my pet's attacking, if this trinket's available, we'll just go ahead and use it so he gets like free crit. And then Devil's Eye, increase your attack power by 150 and your chance to hit by 2%. Effect lasts for 20 seconds on a 2-minute cooldown. Actually, this is way better than all of these things. The Devil's Eye is by far the best. By far the best item out of these 3. I mean, 2-minute cooldown is very short. 2-minute cooldown for me, because I'm a melee hunter, my battles a lot of times last about a minute to a minute. They last about a minute usually, or maybe not a minute. They last about 45 seconds. So this is like, I can use this trinket like almost every other fight, probably. Like not every fight, but maybe like every other fight. We're going to be getting 2%, we're going to get additional 150 attack power and additional 2% hit. That lasts for 20 seconds, which is about almost half of a fight. So I think this Devil Eye would be the best item. So this is a pretty cool quest chain. Definitely worth doing. But not something I'm going to be doing at level 51. That's probably something we'll start doing. We could start doing it at 50. We could probably start at 51. I'm not sure. I think those mobs we got to kill though in Azshara are like I think they're 55. And we can kill 55 mobs at 51. It's just not very efficient. So maybe we'll wait till we're 53 and then we'll start that. I do want to do Sunken Temple because there's dragon scale recipes that I need to get. So, but I want to get into a group that's willing to do the full clear, like kill every single mob in there, to make sure I get all of my recipe drops. But I think they drop at a pretty high rate in there. One thing that I really want to do is really beef up. I want to tank up my hunter. So at level 60, I'm going to go more survival. I really want to make my hunter like an off tank. Man, look at my pet's health versus my health. My pet has 3,590 health to my 3,077.
Hail to the night!
And I never use this trinket because I forget I even have. It's one of those trinkets that you don't get a bleed effect on you very often. I mean, you get poisons all the time, but like bleed effects, you don't get bleed effects on you very much. Not at pre 60. Once you get to 60, then you do. But pre 60, you really don't get a lot. So. I don't know why these bars are screwy. Let me. I can see them up here. I think what it is something's colliding with this for some reason. I don't know why. Let's move these up a little bit and see if it fixes the problem. And let's see, those last two are getting screwed up. I'm not sure if it's because of the tooltip or what's going on. Probably the tooltip. There we go. Now you can see the loofah. Removes one bleed effect. Yeah, it's still kind of weird. Something's causing an issue with those. There we go. Now it's better. Oh! Oh no, we didn't make it. Son of a. Oh shit. Shit. We don't want to fight the elite coral shark. There's multiple elites around, swimming around in here.
Good day to you.
What can I do? Where would you like to fly to?
Where would you like to fly
See
to?
you soon.
Oh, we needed the first aid. Probably. Well, no, we're almost like 300 on first aid. We got to get to 300 so we can start using our better. What are we? 298. Hopefully, crafting these 12 mage bandages will get us to 300. If not, because I'm not getting any like rune cloth at the moment. What time is it? 30. I almost died in a hardcore character right here. My 60 warrior, who was like level, I don't know, like level 40 something. I was just riding down this road and I was talking on stream chat. And I didn't realize the horde camp was so close. And I basically rode my horse like right into the horde guards. And I was so close to dying. I think I got down to like 50 health or something. I had to jump down in the water and swim down to the bottom, and luckily they reset. I thought I was a goner for sure though. I think I was like level like 43 or 44 at the time.
Hey there. Greetings, adventurer. If you're looking for leather goods and leatherworking supplies,
How are you?
You've come to the right semi-retired path.
See you later. Looking for
Wild
something
leather
specific?
vests are the staple of any wild leather armor set. The frame of the vest blends with the wild vine to produce a product that offers maximum protection of the torso while allowing for the potent magic to work its way through the garment. Wild leather shoulders support the wearer's frame. These are some very nice pieces here, adventurer. The craftsmanship and care put into making these alone would fetch several silver more than the average piece made. You've filled my order, and with that comes your reward. The knowledge of making wild leather vests is now yours. Greetings, adventurer. If you're looking for leather goods and leather working supplies, you've come to the right semi-retired paladin. These armor kits are of solid quality, adventurer. If there is one thing I demand in not only my work, but the work of those in my employ, it is quality. You've done well to earn this pattern. I hope it brings you the rewards it has brought me. Greetings, adventurer. If you're looking for leather goods and leather working supplies,
Have a good one.
you've come to the right
You
semi-retired
need
paladin.
something?
A wild leather helmet offers the wearer superior protection to the vital areas of the head without a sacrifice
See
in
you
comfort.
around.
As with all wild leather armor, the integrated wild vine yields a powerful but random enhancement to the frame of the helm. Leather wearers will definitely want this piece. For this pattern, I will need 2 nightscape tunics, 2 nightscape headbands.
Lovely. 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 Lovely.
Hello. Greetings, adventurer. If you're looking for leather goods and leatherworking supplies, you've come to the right semi-retired paladin. This nightscape equipment you have supplied fills the order perfectly, adventurer. I expect no less from a leatherworker of your caliber. You have definitely earned this pattern.
What can I do for
I
you?
give it to you freely and hope you will profit from it accordingly. You've learned quite a bit now, adventurer. Still, there is more for you to learn. Next are wild leather boots, the cornerstone of any set. These boots are crafted to cradle the foot in comfort while bracing it against the hazards of adventuring. The soft soles are a blessing to those seeking quiet movement in footwear. For this pattern, I need an order of 2 nightscape pants and 2 nightscape boots filled. I also will require 2 wild vines. not just one. When you have all this, let me know. With the basics down, you are ready to master more complex fare, adventurer. Wild leather leggings are some of the sturdiest and powerful leather gear around. The waist, thighs, calves, and the vitals all are given tremendous protection. Coupled with the enhancement that the Wildvine provides, adventurers who own it will thank you each time they see you. For this pattern, I need an order of 2 turtle scale helms, 2 turtle scale bracers, and 2 Wildvines filled.
So random. It's interesting you get these are like random enchantments. I'll be right back. Oh, my back's killing me. Ugh. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. Wild leather boots. We would have to go kill more turtles to get more turtle scales to complete one of those quests, I think. Take a look. Yeah, turtle scale helm and bracers. Let's see how much that's going to take. So 24, 48, 24 and 48 is 70. Wait, 24 and 4, yeah, 72. So we need 72 turtle scales. And we've got, we got 36. So what's that? 36, 72, 36, 72. What do we need? Another 36. That's like half, right? So we need 36 more turtle scales. And then we could complete that quest. And then the other quest was, I think, just thick leather stuff. So really just going and farming the turtles would be a way to get those 2 quests done. If I farm the turtles for like an hour, I'd probably have enough to complete those two quests. Actually, the leggings might be. I don't know. Would the leggings be an upgrade for me? No, because I got the tough scorpid. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, if there were like plus 25 agility or something. Because the enchantment's random, which is interesting.
Welcome to Tenaris, adventurer. How can I be of service to you today? You don't look like a blacksmith to me, but I know how looks can be deceiving. Talk to me! Keep it real!
I'm thinking. I wouldn't mind farming some more Dragon Breath Chili, which would give me the leather we need. But are those guys... enough level? I mean, high enough level. Swampasaro, so they're 43. What am I? I'm 50. So yeah, I think I'd still be getting a little bit of XP, but it wouldn't be much.
When I was a kid, my sister used to do all the cooking. It was horrible. I could barely stomach some of her concoctions until I found what I like to call my secret ingredient. Add it to anything and wow, it...
Yo! Oh, this is just terrible. I sent out my top assistant, Junior Surveyor Scrimshank, into the desert southeast of here. That's an area we call the Gaping Chasm. Well, he's gone missing. And his last report had more of those weird bugs where he was. Could it be that they've infested 2 major regions of the desert now? I need you to head into the Gaping Chasm and look for Scrimshank, please. That, or at least find his surveying equipment. I fear that may be all that is left of the poor sod. I'm always looking for a quick way to earn a gold, adventurer. If you help me with my newest idea, I'll let you in on a little of the profit. How does that sound to you? I thought so. Head to the tar pits in northern Ungoro Crater and collect me some tar. Not just any tar. Now, you'll need to get it from the beasts that live around the tar pits. Regular tar just simply isn't sticky enough. The plant-like creatures contain chlorophyll in their skin, and mixed with the tar, it's super sticky.
Good gate. Adventurer, I can see you yearn to be dedicated to my worthwhile cause. Yes, of course, you can do something for me. Take this crate of eggs to Aerolus Amberski. He is a druid that cares for these eggs, helping them to hatch and then training the young hippogriffs. You will find him in Teldrassil, in a small village to the south.
Teldrassil.
Adventurer, I can see you yearn to be dedicated to my worthwhile cause. Yes, of course, you can do something for me. Take this crate of eggs to Aerolus Amberski. He is a druid that cares for these eggs, helping them to hatch and then training the young hippogriffs. You will find him in Teldrassil, in a small village to the south called Rhue.
It's funny because I never knew it was Teldrassil. I always called it Teldrassil. I don't know about you guys, but I always called it Teldrassil, but she just pronounced it as Teldrassil. And that's interesting. And I think she said Rutherun? Yeah, she pronounced that one.
Adventurer, I can see you yearn to be dedicated to my worthwhile cause. Yes, of course, you can do something for me. Take this crate of eggs to Erelus Amberski. He is a druid that cares for these eggs, helping them to hatch and then training the young hippogriffs. You will find him in Teldrassil, in a small village to the south called Rutherun.
Rutherun. See, I always called it Rutherun, and she called it Rutherun, and I always called it Teldrassil, and she called it Teldrassil, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. Rutherun village, Rutherun. I don't know if this quest is easy or not. I really don't know. Scrimshank, I don't know if it's all the way down inside. If it is, I'm a little nervous because I don't like fighting bugs. Bugs are a pain in the ass. I'm going to guess that it's probably down in underground. I think it is. We'll kill a few bugs and see how hard they hit, and see if we can handle 3 bugs at once. Then I think we're okay. If we can't handle 3 bugs at once, then it's probably not worth. Because it's the chances of us getting 3 bugs at once on us going down there is going to be pretty. It is underground. Hey Jeff, how's it going? Oh, the voiceover add-ons is called voiceover. It's just called voiceover. Yeah, I don't know if the underground. Let's see. I mean, these guys are pretty low level, so if like I said, if I can handle 3 at once, then I'm not really going to be too worried. So let's take a look. I'm a melee hunter, so. Yeah, it's on CurseForge, yep. Yeah, but when she said, I always called it Teldrassil, and she called it Teldrassil. He's a druid in Teldrassil. And it wasn't, and I always say Rutherun village, and she said Rutherun village, and I was like, so it's kind of interesting to hear different, because you see there that just the one of those took my pet almost to half health, so that's actually a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. Shit, now I'm in combat.
Lovely.
Yeah, I always called it Teldrassil. I don't know, you know?
Lovely.
Oh shit, hold on a second. You gotta take care of these additional mobs. Do that easily with an explosive trap. Yeah, I don't like fighting the bugs, and the longer the bug stays up, the more little bugs he spawns. Okay, so Teldrassil. Yeah, so is it worth going underground to get the Scrimshank's surveying gear? We're gonna give it a go. Only mostly because I'm kind of hurting for quests. We'll just proceed with caution. Well, I'd never done it before now. Like this is the first time I've actually implemented cower in that way to do that, and it's good, and I like it. Like this pet doesn't have cower, but my pets up until now actually did have cower. And if you look at my macros, so I have macros that swap you know, skills on and off. So if you look, like I have a macro here that turns pet autocast claw on, pet autocast bite on, and pet autocast growl off. So this is kind of like my DPS. This is when I want my pet to use his, this is when I had my raptor pet, and I want him to use his bite and claw, but I didn't want him to use growl. So I want him to be doing DPS, but I want the mob to be hitting me, right? So my raptor was using cower, right? And so if you look at my macro here, I've got growl off and I've got growl on. And so when I hit my macro over here, which is Control E for growl off, what it does is pet autocast off growl, pet autocast on cower. So it turns growl off and it turns cower on. So this is when I want me to tank, right? Yeah, so I have set this all up and I've played around with this during this leveling journey up to 51 so far, and it's actually really useful. It's really cool playing a melee hunter because it forces you to do stuff like this. It forces you to use disengage. It was so funny. Someone was asking me about a week ago about the melee hunter. He's like, "Well, what abilities? You don't have that many abilities." I go, "Well, you've got Raptor Strike, you've got Mongoose Bite, you got disengage." He's like, "Disengage? Like you don't have disengage?" And I go, "Yeah, you do." And he goes, "That's like Burning Crusade." I go, "No. I go, disengage exists for hunter and classic. It's just you're dropping threat with disengage. It's not like the disengage and leap backwards, right?" Which is what he was thinking of. So yeah, you use disengage a lot more. But yeah, so I've got lots of macros. I mean, you can see I've got, let's see, where are they? Actually, I guess I've taken the claws off my bar because I'm not using them right now. But here's my growl on and growl off, which I use all the time. And you can see I've got a weak aura here. And because I'm jumping in and out of, turning my pet's growl on and off, I wanted to have a visual indicator on the screen. So I didn't always have to, because it'd be easy to lose track, especially if I accidentally hit the keybind wrong. Right, so I always wanted a visual indicator to know my growl is on, and so you can see right here I create a weak aura, and you can see down here right above my health, you see the growl right here, so we know growl is on. So if I hit my macro, turn off, it's off. Growl is off, growl's on, growl's off, growl's on. If I want to put my pet into aggressive mode, boom, aggressive mode. Put him in defensive, defensive mode. If I want to put him into, I get that's pretty much it. Passive, boom, passive mode. Passive, defensive, aggressive, defensive, passive. So I have macros, keybinds to pretty much manage my pets, as any which way to Sunday. Yeah. Survival does have counterattack. With this character, what you want to do on the melee hunters, you want to rush Savage Strikes. The first thing you want to do is get Savage Strikes because all you have is basically Raptor Strike. That's your primary ability. So you want to get to Savage Strikes as fast as possible, which is going to be, like level 16. And then once I got that, I jumped over to the Beastmaster tree, and I went right down to what I have now. I filled out all the talent points to what we see here. And then once I got 3 out of 5 on Frenzy, I didn't really care too much about Bestial Wrath. And 3 was enough to get my, to proc Frenzy enough. Then I jumped back into the Survival tree because I really wanted to get Clever Traps, because Clever Traps increases my Immolation Trap by damage by 30%. And I use, my traps are a huge part of my damage. You see here, my Immolation Trap accounts for 24.7% of my overall damage. So, buffing that is very important. And then also, and I've got deterrence. And now we're just putting talent points into Survivalist until we can get, so we can get down into sure-footed, because we want the hit rating. We want hit rating, we want improved feign death, and of course we want trap mastery. So, because my traps are a part of my damage, I don't want them to be resisted. So, getting points into trap mastery is going to be a DPS increase. Getting points into sure-footed is also going to be a DPS increase because we're going to miss less. So, but really, we've only got 9 levels left, so 9 more talent points. So it's going to be 1 here, 3 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? It's actually perfect. We'll finish out this row with sure-footed, trap mastery, and feign death, and then counterattack. And then we'll be 60 anyway. And at 60, I'm going to respec into more of a survival-based build. No, counterattack is really, 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 really weak. Okay? Right? Counterattack hits like a wet noodle. So I actually respec'd at level like 40 into counterattack just because I wanted to try it out. And it was so bad, I respec'd back about 3 hours later, back into BM. So it's really awful. Counterattack is really not good. Counterattack was never meant to be DPS. It was meant to be more of a defensive ability. It was meant to root your... It was meant for a ranged hunter. Like, it was meant for someone who's got use of their bow. Because you counterattack, root them in place, move, and you can kite. You can now move distance, get range, and shoot them with arrows while they're stuck in place. So, but because you're a melee hunter and you don't have ranged weapons, it's garbage. It's almost... It's not useless, but it's not very good. It's nice, like, if you're in a dungeon scenario and there's, like, 2 or 3 mobs on you, and you're struggling to stay alive against... It's nice because you could do a counterattack. That'll peel 1 mob off of yourself, and then you can back away, and then you've only got 2 mobs hitting you for a few seconds. So it's a great way to, to try to mitigate a little bit of damage in that situation. But, during the normal leveling process, it's pretty much worthless. Yeah, see, this is level 49. This quest probably isn't worth doing. I was hoping they were going to stay like 47. I don't want to go down here, see, and get like 3 or 4 of these guys on me. That would just be like probably instant death. So I may skip this quest. I don't know. We'll see. This guy went down really easy, though.
Lovely.
It also sucks that they spawn these additional mobs, too. Because you could easily have like 3 of these and 4, 5, 6 of the little mobs. Yeah, this cave is definitely sketchy. I don't think it's really... Honestly, I don't think it's worth doing. I don't know. We'll give it a go. We'll go really, really slow. And just see. Of course, the problem also is it's a cave, so it's not like we can just... It's not like if shit hits the fan, we can just run away. We can't, because we're going to be running back into other mobs. Look at this guy go. Holy crap.
Lovely.
Okay, well, they aren't really doing that much damage to me, so that's good. I don't know which side is the better side to enter on. This is higher up. This is, I don't know, this is probably the worst side. I usually go on the other way. Let's kill 1 mob though and see.
Lovely.
On the Steam Deck? Yeah, I have no idea what a Steam Deck is. On the Steam Deck? Oh, okay. No, I'd never heard of that. I didn't know they had a... You can play it. You can play it. WoW on a handheld PC. That's funny. Yeah, I was really pissed off today because I was trying to set up my my Epic Games, like, subscriber, like, content creator, Like, they gave me a content creator tag before, like months and months ago, and now they announced the Unreal Engine, you know, Fortnite, or the Unreal Engine Fortnite level designer, and I wanted to set up, you know, I wanted to download it, install it, and I fucking can't install it. It's like you have to have like a content creator ID to download it, and I'm like, I do, but when I put it in, it doesn't work, and then I go to my content creator account, and it says it's deactivated. I'm like, why? I mean, it really pissed me off because I was like, I really wanted to play around with that, so I was not happy about that. Yeah, I would think that even if you're not a content creator, you should still have access to the tool, to the level designer, just so you can learn how to use it. So that was a little... I'm going to have to give that feedback to them, and I'm going to send them an email. Actually, I'm going to send Epic Games an email. I've been using Epic Games, and I mean, I'm a huge fan of... I've been using Unreal Engine since fucking, like, you know, Unreal Engine 3, right? You know, I was doing level design in, you know, an Unreal Tournament in 1999. I was making maps, you know, with their level editor back then.
Lovely.
Anyway, so I was pretty disappointed that it, for whatever reason, it was saying that my content creator ID was no longer valid. I think I went the wrong way, but well, I don't know. It's your only PC? Damn. Nice.
Lovely.
I don't like being in this cave. This cave is scary. That's cool. Sounds cool.
Lovely.
Stab Stabby, the Night Elf Rogue has died. Hey, what's up, Valst? I don't like this cave. I don't like it. I think armor's better, but I mean stamina's good too. But I think I think armor's a little bit better just because you know you're mitigating damage. You know. But I pretty much leveled them both up pretty equally. Yeah, no problem. But I mean, I try to level them both up. But I prioritize armor a little bit more than stamina. Oh, you got the snowy cat? Yeah, I'm gonna grab that eventually when I... Hopefully if I make it to that level. I do not like this cave. There's what I'm after, though. If we wait for this to go by, we can go in there and fight. Oh, there's another one. Oh, shit. What's this guy up to? He's just running in a circle, right? Yeah. What? I hate bugs. I hate bugs. I think I did go in the right direction, actually. I think this direction was better than going the other way. Shit, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, trap didn't even hit him? That was a waste of a trap.
Lovely. Lovely.
What the hell? What? What did I just use? I saw something weird appear on my character. I don't know what I did. Didn't use a potion. That was weird. Oh, I used my shit. I used my chest piece, my dragon scale breastplate. I have like freaking 600 magical. I've got 600 magical damage right now. 600 magical damage for another minute. Ah, that was an accident. That's an hour cooldown too. Shit. Oh, I fat fingered that one. Well, I hope we don't need that one anytime soon. Level 34 human rogue has died. You know what we should be using? We could be using Aspect of the Wild. That way when my pet gets poisoned, he takes less damage. Can't mount here, why not? Why not? I wonder what the follow-up quest to this one is. Because this is not a quest I do really often. The Scrimshank Redemption, or whatever it's called. The Shawshank Redemption. The Scrimshank Redemption. Yes, it is. In LBS, you have to tame the... Yeah. Yeah, WoW has a ton of pop culture references, yeah. Yeah, and you know, Vals, I mention it every time. I solo tamed that baby. I solo tamed that warg on my hunter in vanilla. Now, am I going to go try to solo tame with this character? I doubt it. I don't know. Back then, I wasn't playing a hardcore character, and I did it without dying, but man, I don't think I want to do that on a character. That would be, like, super risky to try to do that on this character. Level 38 rogue just died in the blasted lands to killed by Lilfar. Is that a PvP kill? Looks like it. Lilfar. That's not a. The rogue died in the blasted lands to Lilfar. Not familiar with Lilfar.
Time is money, friend!
He was a good goblin, young Scrimshank. Let's hope that his demise was not in vain by what he was able to record with his surveying equipment. It seems as though we have quite the situation on our hands here with these bugs.
Say that
They're
again.
way too cunning for their own good, and the research we've done so far is shaping up to indicate that they might even be under the controlling influence of a third party. If this is the case, then it bodes ill for not only Gadgetzan, but the whole desert.
Yeah, this is the voiceover mod.
I'm going to spend some time taking a look at Scrimshank's surveying gear, as well as putting his personal effects in order. I get the sneaking feeling behind my ears that this isn't the last loss we'll be facing against these bugs. I'd like for you to check in with Alchemist Pestlezug to see if he has had a chance to process the insect parts we sent him. If they're ready, bring them to me.
I don't think it works on Turtle WoW. Yeah, it does not. It works only on Classic WoW. It's called voiceover.
In need of some alchemy supplies, are we? Or do you have other business with me?
Be good. Do I
In need of
have
some
a deal
alchemy
for you?
supplies, are we? Or do you have other business with me?
Yes, I have the results right here. They are unsettling, to say the least. Our initial suspicion that the bugs are being controlled by an outside force, we believe, is correct. If this is the case, then we are dealing with not only a very powerful unknown force, but also a malignant one. These bugs have been changed to be pure ravagers.
I never said it was cringe. I never said it was cringe. I said I probably wouldn't like it only because most of the quests, I know the quests. You know, I mean, I know the quests, so I don't really need to hear it. But actually, someone else was asking me to try it out. I had like multiple people telling me to try it. So I tried it, and it is cool. What's nice about it is that you can accept the quest and it's like Guild Wars 2. If you guys have ever played Guild Wars 2, I think it's Guild Wars 2 that does it. Actually, it might not be Guild Wars 2. There's other MMOs where if you accept a quest... Actually, it was Aelion. Aelion did it. Where if you accept a quest, you can accept it right away from the quest giver, and you can still hear him repeating the quest dialogue, which is nice because that way it doesn't slow you down leveling because you're moving on to go do something, but you can still hear his voice. And that's the same way here. And it's really cool. It puts it down here in the bottom right corner.
Yes, I have the results right here.
I can play it. When you pause it, it'll start over.
Yes,
So it doesn't pause in the middle of the clip. But it's cool because you can accept and go off, and you can restart like I can close this down, right? And accept and say complete quest.
Senior Surveyor Fizzledowser needs to see this report immediately.
But if I wanted to, I can
Keep it real.
You can go in here, close this, and then go into your quest log and find it, right?
Adventurer, I can see you yearn to be dedicated.
Not that one, but we gotta find it though. Oh, I didn't accept it. Sorry.
In need of some alchemy supplies, are we?
There.
Or do you have other business with me?
Senior Surveyor Fizzledowser needs to see this report immediately. Actually, everyone who can read needs to see this report.
I wonder... It would be really cool if I could move this.
Have a good one.
I may have to move I think I'm going to move the tooltip. I hate to move the tooltip, but it's really kind of becoming annoying. colliding with different things. Actually, that's what was causing me not to be able to hover over my buttons here, was this. This is the problem. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was like, why can't I was unable to, like, grab buttons off the bottom of these bars here, and I had to move them up. So we need to be able to move this, and I don't know how we can move this. So let's see if we can, though. Let's do slash voiceover. If I can actually spell. Oh, man. Maybe it doesn't have... Maybe it doesn't have an interface. That would be really shitty. Voiceover. Is it under the play button? I'm trying. It's not moving though.
I got the
In need of
best
some
deals
alchemy
anyway.
supplies, are we? Or do you have other business with...
Senior Surveyor Fizzledowser needs to see this report immediately.
Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Actually, everyone who can read
Yeah, it's like
needs
right
to
here.
see this report. We
Right
are
here.
facing a grave and serious threat to not only Tanaris and Gadgetson, but if left unchecked, the entirety of southern Kalimdor. Heck, even quite possible the whole of Azeroth. This thing has given no indication it will subside. Have Fizzledowser make a duplicate of the report for you to distribute freely to your allegiance.
We're just gonna put it here.
Everyone must know
No.
about this threat.
Be good.
You've learned quite a bit now, adventurer. Still, there is more for you to learn. Next are wild leather boots, the cornerstone of any set.
We'll just put it over here.
These boots are crafted to cradle the foot in comfort while bracing it against the hazards of adventuring. The soft soles are a blessing to those seeking quiet movement and...
Alright, so what we want to do is... We've got our tooltip that's usually here. These now, we can move these back down to where I like to have them, which is down here. Alright. Tooltip is over here. So this should be okay if we just put it maybe like right here. This should be fine. As long as we can do this and grab these things, we can. Then I think we're good. There we go. It's 1 gig inside. Yeah, it's because of all the sound clips. They obviously weren't compressing the audio. They weren't using a compression decompression, so.
Time is money, friend.
But yeah, it's big.
Senior Surveyor Fizzledowser
Keep it
needs to
real.
see this report immediately. Actually, everyone who can read needs to see this report. We are facing a grave and serious threat to not only Tanaris and Gadgetson, but if left unchecked, the entirety of southern Kalimdor. Heck, even quite possible the whole of Azeroth.
Another
This thing has
3,300.
given no indication it will subside. Have Fizzledowser make a duplicate of the report for you to distribute freely to your allegiance. Everyone must know about this threat.
Yo!
Thank you for delivering the report, Junior Surveyor Adventurer.
Okay, here's the funny part. This is one of the questions I don't normally do, so I'm not that familiar with this question. But the reason I was kind of like saying, well, I don't really need the voiceover that much, was just simply because I know what quests I do. You know, I tend to do the same quests, and I know what they are. I know the content of the... But this is way better. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This voiceover is really cool because it definitely immerses you in the game a lot more, because the voices aren't just plain voices. They've actually used really good, voice actors. Whoever's doing the voices has done a pretty good job. It definitely immerses you, and it makes me want to listen to the story. Like, you catch me sitting here listening to it, which normally I never do that. Normally I just click the quest, accept it, and I go. But I actually want to listen, because when these guys read the quest out, they actually do it in a way that makes it interesting. Like, wow, this is kind of cool. Now that I have this, I can't wait to use this from a level 1 character, because I didn't install this until I was like 40 something, like 45. So I can't wait to see this like from level 1, So this is actually really cool. I'm really digging this add-on, so thank you, Valst, for for mentioning it.
Thank you for delivering the report, Junior Surveyor.
Yeah, Duskwood would be awesome
Here
with
is
this.
your pay for your diligent service to the Gadgets and Water Company. While I am usually not thrilled about handing out our valuable information carte blanche to those who would otherwise pay good coin for it, I have known Pestlezug for a number of years now. If he recommends letting everyone know about it, then so be it. Give me a moment and I'll make you a copy.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right to the GitHub for this guy, Mr. Thanger, who did this, Evan Pierce, and we are going to upvote this. Where is it? We're gonna give this a star. Go here and give this a star. And I don't know how you. Well, these are the stargazers. I don't want to follow. I don't remember how this works. Where do we? Here. We want to give this a star. Hold on a second. So if you go to the GitHub repository for the code, you can star it, and this is just basically you're showing that you really appreciate the project. So that's a good thing to do if you guys like an add-on. You know, if you guys don't have a GitHub account, create a GitHub account. I mean, I'm a software developer, so of course I've got multiple GitHub accounts. But this is the voiceover add-on. So just type in voiceover WoW add-on. And go here, voiceover add-ons, curse force. So here's the voiceover. Now it's only for World of Warcraft Classic. That's the only version of the game right now that it works for, right? You go to files, it's only World of Warcraft Classic, not Vanilla WoW, not Wrath of the Lich King Classic, just 1.14.3, which is the World of Warcraft Classic version. So, but if you go to any add-on on Curse, you can click source, and it'll take you because most of the code is going to be done in a GitHub repository here. And they've even got a development Discord here, so we can go to the Discord as well. And let's go ahead and go to the Discord, and that way we can tell these guys what a great job, what a great job this add-on, like how cool this is. So we're gonna go here, and Thanger, and we're gonna say, so this is the guy, Mr. Thanger is the developer on the GitHub repository, so I went ahead and told him this add-on is fantastic. Thank you so much for making this. I starred your repo. Great job. Thanks. Big update soon. Let's go. We'll give it an alliance. I'm telling you, I'm streaming right now, and a lot of my viewers are so interested in this add-on. Really makes the game much more immersive. Alright. So we kissed his ass. But it's good. It's good to go in there and to give props to these guys. As a developer myself, it's nice to hear that when you do work, people appreciate it. You know what I mean? I haven't heard the Blood Elf voice yet, so that's going to be really interesting. Okay, we'll leave the Discord open. Yeah, he will not let me voice it. Yeah, I'll tell that. If you ever need, if you ever need my voice, let me know. I said, look, if you ever need my voice, let me know. I would be honored to do a voiceover. I told I would be honored to do a voiceover. That would be so cool. Alright, so alright, so let's see. We complete quest. Thank you for delivering the report. Let's do this again.
Glad I could help. Time is money, friend.
Thank you for delivering the report, Junior Surveyor Adventurer. Here is your
I'm a Surveyor Adventurer.
Service to the Gadgets and Water Company.
Woohoo!
While I am usually not thrilled about handing out our valuable information carte blanche to those who would otherwise pay good coin for it, I have known Pestlezug for a number of years now. If he recommends letting everyone know about it, then so be it. Give me a moment and I'll make you a copy. I urge you to take this report to someone who has working knowledge in this kind of thing. I know this night elf scholar named Gracina Spirit Might. She spent a lot of time...
Who would I want to... Oh, man. Who would I want to voice over? Which NPC? Man, that's a big question. I would want to do somebody in in a dungeon, like a dungeon quest or something. You know, like one of the NPCs, like in like LBRS or some sort of NPC in like a dungeon. Like, I would want to do like the Rend Blackhand or something. You know what I mean? But it'd have to be a quest though, so I guess it'd have to be a quest. I don't know. What's a quest chain that's interesting? There's the Searing Gorge has some good quest chains. I don't know. That's a great. It's hard to say. I mean, some of the capital cities, it'd be fun just to voice. So I'd love to do some of the Darnassus, Darnassus voices, because I could do like Malfurion and Storm Rage. I could be all like arrogant. And, Tyrande knows nothing of what I'm doing. I have vision that she lacks. That kind of shit. would be so awesome.
I urge you to take this report to someone who has working knowledge in this kind of thing. I know this night elf scholar named Gracina Spirit Might. She spent a lot of time studying life forms that are unique to the ecology of Azeroth. She's a historian to boot. If you want someone to help figure out what exactly this threat is and more importantly how to stop it, give her the report. We'll need the help. Last I heard, she was residing in the Temple of the Moon, located in Darnassus.
It is Darnassus, okay. I used to think like when I first played WoW, I always called it Darnassus. But they call it Darnassus, and after all of the crap that came out from Blizzard with the fucking Cosby Suite and all the like sexual harassment shit that went on in Blizzard, I just wonder if they weren't saying Darnassus like darn those asses. Yeah, I could just see those douchebags doing something like that. Because it's darn asses, darn those asses. I don't know. I could see those assholes doing something. Because some of the douchebags that work at Blizzard, man. All right, so yeah, so we actually have 2 quests now, I think. I think we've got 2 quests now that take us. Yeah, see, so we should go ahead and turn these in. We got one at Rutheron Village and Teldrassil, which I thought it was Teldrassil, but they were calling it Teldrassil. So yeah, so we can turn those quests in, and let's do that now because I don't have any other quests in this zone right now that are ready to be done or turned in. So let's continue on with those 2 quests. Yeah, this is super cool. This like makes the game like it feels like a different game now because it really makes you want to listen to the quest text. It's so immersive.
Where would you like to fly to? Safe travel.
It's so immersive, and like I think. And what's so cool about this add-on is it points out an obvious flaw in the mentality of MMO players of today that didn't exist in MMO players of yesteryear, in MMO players of 2000, right? Like when we first played MMOs, like the first MMO I ever played was Lineage 2. You read the quests because you had to read the quests. Because the quests, there was no like arrows, there was no quest helpers. There was no things pointing you on the mini-map where things were. I mean, you had no idea. The only clue you had to figure out where to go for quests or what you had to do was you had to read the quest. So, of course, it was much more immersive, right? And then as the games, as the MMOs kept coming out, they kept going like more towards like making them easier and more like basically holding your hand for you, putting like fucking, you know, bullshit like that stupid rested XP crap. I hate that when people have like when rested XP comes up and I see people using that add-on and it shows like arrows like go here, then go here, then go there. It's like it's not even, you're not even playing, you're not role playing anymore at all. You don't care about the story of the game. I mean, the story is out the window. All you care about is, if you're playing in that way, all you're caring about is just leveling to max level as fast as possible. You don't give a rat's ass about the content, because if you did, you wouldn't even use that add-on, you know? So this voice add-on shows once again one of the major flaws with the way MMOs are being developed in today's world, which is, you know, to make the game immersive. And I've said this so many times, if I made my own MMO, I wouldn't even have a mini-map. Like, I wouldn't even have a mini-map. And I wouldn't even have a world map. I would have a map, but it would just be black. Like, you would start the game, and let's say you started the game, and you started in Stormwind. The only thing you would know is, like, you'd have a basic general map of Stormwind that wasn't even this fleshed out. You wouldn't show the trade district, it wouldn't say Old Town. It wouldn't have all these, all it would be was just some sections, maybe some bridges, like, you know what I mean? And that's it. And then as you went through Stormwind and you did stuff, some of the map would open up, and you'd know it, right? But then once you went outside, like Elwyn Forest, you know, like there wouldn't be anything. It might say like Goldshire. There wouldn't, you know, and there might be like some roads, and that's it. You know, it wouldn't say Stonecarn Lake. I mean, maybe it would if you grew up in that area. If you were human, and let's say you were born in Goldshire, like, and that was your background. That's part of the immersion of MMOs. Is if your character starts off in a certain area, they can give a background story, right? Let's create one. Let's be really cool here, right? Let's do something fun for once. Okay. Create me a character background story around a female hunter, around a female orphan who was born in the small village of Goldshire. This small village was located close to a large city named Stormwind. This city was the capital of the region and the last human stronghold against their arch nemesis, against their hated enemy, the Horde. Ciri wanted to be a bard. She had a love of music and enjoyed fishing and long walks in the Elwyn Forest woods outside of Goldshire. A lot of times, unfortunately, the ChatGPT, for whatever reason, just hangs up, and I hope it doesn't hang up here, and it's really annoying. I don't know why it does it, but it does it all the time. Like, it doesn't finish. Hopefully this will finish. Knock on wood. Shouldn't be as crowded now because it's later in the day. I think a lot of times it just gets so busy. Well, the point I'm trying to get at is, if you have an MMO, you can give your character a background story like this. So when you create your character, you say, hey, I'm going to create this female character. I'm going to give her the name Ciri. And like Guild Wars 2 does this, right? And then she's going to be, and it'll say, what's your starting area? And it'll say Goldshire. You know, some MMOs actually let you pick. Like, if you guys have ever played Neverwinter, right? Neverwinter actually, it'll say, oh, do you want to start on this town or that town or this town, right? And each town has kind of a different region, a different biome. And by picking certain things, then it'll generate. So here, you know, we did something similar to that. We said, we're starting off the game. We've got a character who's an orphan who lives in Goldshire, near this big metropolis of Stormwind nearby, right? So now let's see what the background story might be if we logged into an MMO and created this character. Ciri was born under the soft glow of a crescent moon in the quaint village of Goldshire. Her mother, a young carefree spirit, had fallen in love with a wandering minstrel who was merely passing through the village. The two shared short but passionate romance, which unfortunately came to an abrupt end when the minstrel was called to join the battle against the Horde. Upon Ciri's birth, her mother discovered that she was unable to care for the child alone. With a heavy heart, she left Ciri at the doorstep of Goldshire's orphanage, trusting that the village would embrace her daughter and provide the care she needed. Growing up in the orphanage was a challenge for young Ciri, but she found solace in the soothing melodies that resonated through the halls of the local tavern. The bards who frequented the establishment became her heroes and inspiration, and it was then that Ciri decided to become a bard herself. In the years that followed, Ciri found herself drawn to the Elwyn Forest woods, where she would practice her musical talents in the company of nature. The sweet lullabies of the songbirds and the gentle rustling of leaves in the wind became her teachers. She soon learned to play the lute with a passion that rivaled even the most seasoned musicians. Ciri also discovered a love of fishing in the tranquil waters of a nearby river. Finding it to be the perfect way to clear her mind and reflect on her dreams, she would often take long walks through the woods, composing new songs in her head as she wandered along the winding paths. When Ciri came of age, she ventured into the bustling city of Stormwind to pursue her dream of becoming a bard. The city was a stark contrast to the peaceful village she had known, but she was determined to carve her own path and make a name for herself. Performing on the streets of Stormwind, Ciri's angelic voice and skillful lute playing quickly captured the hearts of the city's inhabitants. She earned a reputation as a talented bard, and her stories of Goldshire, the Elwyn Forest woods, soon became the stuff of legend. Though Ciri's heart remained loyal to her small village, she knew that her destiny lay in Stormwind. She vowed to use her gifts of music to inspire courage and hope in the people, ensuring that the city would stand strong against the ever-looming threat of the Horde. As Ciri continued to hone her skills, she never forgot the simple pleasure of her childhood, the serenity of fishing, and the long walks through the Elwyn Forest woods that had shaped her into the bard she had become. No matter where her journey took her, she would always carry the spirit of Goldshire within her heart. But I mean, that's role playing, right? That's what an MMO should be about. It should be about a story, right? That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Is people use this bullshit like rested XP. That totally guts the heart out of the game, right? But that totally guts the game, you know, like, and then there's like this, you know, the GDKP and the gold buying, the gold selling, the RMT, all that stuff just steals the heart out of an MMO, you know? And so this add-on, this voiceover add-on, gives back part of that heart that was stolen, you know? Which is a really good thing. Well, ChatGPT, every time you write a background story, and I've written quite a few with it, it's very similar. The patterns are very, I mean, you want to be able to, there's ways you can, I mean, using ChatGPT is like using Google. I mean, you have to understand, you know, how to speak to it in a way that's going to get you good results, you know? So there's definitely a method to it. But yeah, if you just go in and ask simple questions, you're going to get a lot of the similar types of answers, you know, which may not be the best answers. This is a really nice looking, I love Dark Shore. It's my favorite zone. I think Dark Shore is the nicest looking zone in WoW. I just think I don't know what it is about the light. It's the lighting. How the lighting breaks through the trees. There's always, you can see all these like shadows and lights. It's just, look at all the shadows and light. And it's just so good. But there's ways you can speak to ChatGPT to train it on how to help you ask it better questions, right? And I've got a prompt for that enables me to basically tell ChatGPT, hey, I want you to help me write the prompt so that I get the best response from you. And so I'll say, this is what I want, and then it'll ask me questions. And it'll ask me questions for more details, and then it will go through these iterations of drilling through the questions in more detail at once until we get like the final prompt, which is going to give ChatGPT exactly what it needs to basically answer my question in the best manner possible. Yeah, I was really mad with Unreal though, the Unreal game, the fact that I couldn't get my content creator thing working. That just pisses me off. Like and it's like it's so unlike Unreal because normally all their stuff you just get it, right?
This is how to get started with the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have got it installed, and if you haven't done that already, you can watch my previous video where I go over how to do it.
Okay, let's see.
Here's how to download and install the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. What you're going to want to do is follow the link in the description down below to go to the Epic Games Store page for the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. In here you can see that it says you need to have Fortnite to get UEFN, which you can see on the left. I do have Fortnite in.
It says you need to have Fortnite. Why do I have Fortnite? The problem is once you go in here, it says enter your creator tag, right? And but it says creator tag is not valid for this title. Yeah, so it makes me so mad.
Installed here. So make sure you have Fortnite installed already, which you can find by again going to the store and searching for Fortnite. Once you've got Fortnite, you need to go to the UEFN page, which is the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. Is a new PC application for designing, developing and publishing games and experiences directly into Fortnite. Once we're here, you can see that it's free, so all we need to simply do is press get.
No, that's not.
You may have something which says this edition contains something you already have.
See, this is not true, because if I hit get, it doesn't let me get it. It goes to this page, it says it wants my fucking this tag. See this, so this isn't accurate, man. Let's try add to cart. Maybe I don't have Unreal installed or Fortnite installed. Maybe that's the problem. I thought I did though. Anyways, hold on a second. Sorry for the sidetrack here, but I thought I had Fortnite installed. Yeah, but no. So what I was trying to say though, Vals, is ChatGPT can't write super creative stuff. It just basically what it writes is creative, but it's not that creative. You know, it's not. You know, it's okay. It's not amazing. You know. Okay, so we are. Okay, we're logged into my account. We go to library. Maybe, okay, where the store? Oh. Come on, library. We can see I have Fortnite installed right here, Fortnite. We got my cart, we've got the Unreal Editor for Fortnite. Check out. Okay, so it looks like no, see, look. Place order. Maybe you just don't have to. I think that's what it was. I think when I saw editor creator tag, I thought it was like saying you have to have a creator tag. Because I had a creator tag, but for some reason my creator tag isn't working. Okay. All right, cool. So that's cool. So we've got the Fortnite level editor. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that's I'm happy now. We can move on. I was pissed. I was pissed off. All right. The cool thing with with the Fortnite is we should be able to start creating our own games. Even though it's the level editor for Fortnite, there's going to be a way where we can do some cool stuff where I think we can make some levels for like our own game. Like it doesn't have to be a Fortnite game. It's kind of like if you ever played Unreal. It's kind of like how when Unreal Tournament had the Unreal Tournament level editor, and people were able to use to create and extend Unreal Tournament and make other games. It was still off of the Unreal Tournament game engine, but they made games like Tactical Ops or stuff like that. So.
Hello,
or kind of like how
Sky care for young hippogriffs here. Feel free to have a look around.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Kind of like how in Skyrim. On Skyrim, people create all the different add-ons to Skyrim. Same type of thing. So, but what Epic Games is doing is just really unheard of. And anybody who says anything bad about Epic Games, they're an idiot, right? You are straight up an idiot. Epic Games has put a store out there that enables developers to publish their games on their store, make more money than they could if they published them on Steam, right? They give away tons of free shit, right? The Unreal Engine is an amazing, best engine out there. It's totally free. I mean, if you have to make like over like, I don't know what it is now, if it's like $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 before they even ask you to give them any money, right? They gave away $1.6 billion to developers last year. They paid developers $1.6 billion last year. Okay, they give away like so much free shit, and they're even putting stuff out. Remember, you would think of Unreal Engine as being a direct competitor with Unity, right? You would think that, and Unreal is actually, Sweeney, who's one of my favorite people in the whole world. He even bashed, Unity's, because Unity was trying to rip off developers, and they did stuff. They like basically kind of exposed what Unity's terms of service, like their updated terms of service, how it was fucking over developers. They exposed it in such a way that Unity had to backtrack and rewrite their terms of service because basically Epic Games exposed, how they were ripping off developers. But having said all of that, and having said that they did all that, they still are implementing a new metaverse and a new open source system that will benefit Unity. So I mean, so for people to sit back, the one thing that's bad about the internet that I've always hated about the internet is people get on the train. They get on like a train, whether it's the bash the Unity train or it's the bash fucking people who play Harry Potter train. You know what I mean? People are a bunch of fucking sheep, right? They just get on this like, this mentality of like, well, if someone on the internet says it's bad, then it must be bad. Or if somebody says I should do this, I should do this. And don't do that. Do your own research and understand what you're looking at before you make judgments, because too many people just, yeah, I'm off my soapbox.
Hello, adventurer. I train and care for young hippogriffs here. Feel free to have a look around. Thank you for your help, adventurer. The hippogriff population simply wouldn't flourish if it weren't for us. But I am sure you understand all too well, having traveled to Feralis yourself.
Feralis.
And seen the devastation of the Gorduni there.
See, look, all the pronunciations are different than the way I would pronounce them, right? He said I always called it Feralis, and he called it Feralis. I always called it Gordani, and what did he call it, Gorduni or something?
Thank you for your help, adventurer. The hippogriff population simply wouldn't flourish if it weren't for us. But I am sure you understand all too well, having traveled to Feralis yourself and seen the devastation of the Gorduni there.
Gorduni?
Well, as you can see, I'm hard at work here, so you'd best be on your way. Thanks again, adventurer.
Del Nadris.
Okay, so we turn that quest in. You know what? I'm gonna do something I don't normally do. We're gonna go with the in-game music. I'm feeling like with the voiceovers the way they are, it's making me want to use the in-game music because the in-game music isn't quite as intrusive as my music that I play. My music can be a little bit more annoying and too loud in certain spots, whereas the music in-game is not. So it'll flow better with the voiceover. Roan army, isn't that the... Isn't Crone that griefer? Ooh. Hardcore little PPC, the gnome, has died. I'm surprised my wife isn't home yet. She went out with her friend tonight. The reason I say I'm surprised she isn't home yet is she's going on a horse riding trip tomorrow, so she better get a good night's sleep. She wants to ride that horse. All right. I love this music. Oh, the feels. God, where is this? Is it all the way up? Look, it's Durant.
The goddess is my shield. I am honored. The loon be with you,
Goddess
adventurer.
watch over you.
What brings you here?
Oh, they don't have the voice acting.
This report.
Okay.
We night elves know of the terror mentioned here. Fizzledowser was wise to send this, and you to me. These creatures will consume the Tanaris Desert rapidly. They are nothing short of one of the greatest menaces we all will ever face. Familiarize yourself with this name, adventurer. Silithid. The insects mentioned here are the Silithid, and they are the tools of one of the greatest threats that both the Horde and Alliance face. If only we were smart enough to see that before. It would seem that the Silithid's intent, nay, reason for being, is...
So she pronounced... Did you guys notice that? She pronounced Silithid 3 different ways. She said Silithid, Silithid, and... Didn't she say it 3... I think she said... I know she said Silithid, Silithid. I don't know. And I thought she said it different the other way, too.
It would seem that the Silithid's intent, nay, reason for being, is to devour everything in their path that is not of their ecology. Their focus is singular, and it is for this reason they are a grave threat to all life on Azeroth. What we've seen to date is but the first stages. I suspect that their strength comes from deeper in Kalimdor, Ngoro Crater. Go to Gadgetsan in the Tanaris Desert and speak to alchemist Pestlazog. Tell him of my theory. He will surely aid us in fighting the Silithid.
Okay, that makes sense. So he said the voiceovers are AI, so I'm not looking for people per se as much as I am someone that can figure out how to make better or control voices in 11 labs. So 11 labs must be the AI he's using. He spent roughly about $500 on existing samples for the game. Okay.
Farewell.
All right, so now we got to go back to Gadgeton, I guess, right? How much experience are we? We're getting really good. This is a really good quest chain. I mean, 5,700 is really good experience. And then we got 2,100. I don't know. It's probably too far back. We only got 440 for that one, though. Still, though, that 5,700 was good. Now we can go back, turn that one in. Let's see if that's the final quest. Silithid. No, there's no reward here, so I'm thinking that this March of the Silithid is not the final quest.
It would seem that the Silithid's intent, nay, reason for being, is to devour everything in their path that is not of their ecology. Their focus is singular, and it is for this reason they are a grave threat to all life on Azeroth. What we've seen to date is but the first stages. I suspect that their strength comes from deeper in Kalimdor, Ngoro Crater.
Peace
Go to
be with you.
Gadgetsan in the Tanaris Desert and speak
Good
to
luck.
alchemist Pestlazug. Tell him of my theory. He will surely aid us in fighting the Silithid.
So she said that she suspects that the threat is even greater in Ungoro Crater. So I'm gonna bet you $1 million that when we turn this quest in, it's gonna give us another quest that's going to lead us to where, the Ungoro Crater. Needs to update now. What is the what is... So he's saying that he's literally uploading the update to Curse now. He said, "Curious for your reaction." I don't know what I'm asking him. What is included in the update? I don't know if he's adding more voices or what he's adding. There's better user interface, and if an NPC has a menu with multiple options, those sounds get generated. Notably, the guards right now repeat, "What are you looking for?" Oh, excellent. Alright, so yeah, he's sounds like he's updating Curse Forge right now. Hey, what's up, Alpha? I am level 51. We're about halfway to 52. My level's in the bottom left corner of the screen down here. Oh.
Exactly that. But once you've done that, you can come back to this video, and what we're going to do is we want to go to our library and find the Unreal editor for Fortnite.
So I'm definitely gonna be creating another YouTube channel, where I start doing some more. Well, I've already got a YouTube channel. I don't know if I want to use that one. I don't know, man. Because this one's more specific. Like I've got this YouTube channel, which was going to be my channel dedicated to, you can see, dedicated to my lifelong dream of creating my very own fantasy game. So I wanted to cover a lot of stuff on this channel that was more around game development. So I'll probably create another YouTube channel that's going to be specific to probably the Unreal Engine and the Fortnite, level editor. Yeah, so I'll probably create that because I do plan on spending some time on that as well. Between trying to learn, oh my god, I've got so much stuff I'm trying to do right now. And Unreal Engine has started using a new programming language. And that programming language is called Verse, believe it or not. And I don't know much about it yet, but it is another option for writing code. Because Unreal Engine, basically you had the blueprints, which are a nice way of having a visual editor, which is something I want to really use. And then you had C++. Well, I never really wanted to code in C++ because C++ is kind of annoying to code in. So, but Verse is a new Verse is a programming language developed by Epic Games that you can use to create your own game plan and editor for Fortnite, including customize your devices for Fortnite Creative. So I definitely want to learn. It's strongly typed, multi-paradigm to use the best. I want to send this to my friend. And I have to go right imperative. Readable. Everything is an expression. I forgot about that. Excellent. Excellent. Alright. Can't play classical if you get bored out of your mind? Really? Well, I'm glad that you enjoy watching me play. I love classic. I love classic, so it's fun. Let me Do you guys like to see the death window, like the hardcore window that I just hid? Do you guys like to see that window that just shows deaths, or do you care? I mean, I don't really look. I thought it was kind of cool at first, but I don't really look at it anymore. It's just taking up screen space, you know. And we still know when people die because it posts here. Let's see.
I got in need of some alchemy supplies, are we? Or do you have other business with me? Yes, I gathered that Gracina sent you to me. Your experience in fighting these beasties is priceless. No one to my knowledge has ever dealt with their kind before. As for Gracina's idea that Ungoro Crater is their heart, perhaps it is. Ungoro is a mysterious and dangerous jungle to the west of here. Perhaps it is also one step closer to figuring out what the Silithid are all about.
My research revealed to me that the Silithid are like bees. Destroy the queen of the hive, and the rest of should be thrown into disarray. I'll brew a lure that we'll use to bring out the queen. Once summoned, you'll take her down. First, though, we need some reagents. We don't want you bungling into the jungle unprepared. Go west to find the Silithid hive in Ungoro Crater and obtain a scent gland from one of the bugs. I'll also need some samples of the native Ungoro soil.
Have a good one.
Goro. Actually, I think I'm gonna take a break, and I need to walk the dog. He hasn't been walked in a while. Oh, so
Alune be praised.
Must be a fresh. Must be a fresh 60, yeah. He's got really low, you know, this character's not been 60 for very long. But anyways, yeah, I think I'm gonna, well, wait, let's see, has he updated the, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break, guys, and stop the stream, to be honest. It's getting starting to get a little bit late. I am gonna be streaming tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'm gonna stream tomorrow morning, because my wife's gonna be doing a horseback riding thing. So I will be able to play tomorrow morning for, you know, for a while, uninterrupted. So we'll be streaming tomorrow, and I may stream again tonight, but probably not. I'm pretty tired. I want to get some sleep so that tomorrow I'm well rested and we can have a good long stream. And see if we can get to level 52 or 53. That would be cool. And I hope you guys are having a good night. And I will catch you first thing tomorrow morning. Peace out, everybody.